What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's me, your host, Vintus, and today we're going to be starting what is hopefully going to be a new series here on the channel. For those of you who read the title, you may already know that this is going to be about Hypixel Skyblock, little known or interesting fun facts, where I will essentially be going over different facts in Hypixel Skyblock that you may not know. But of course, guys, before the video starts, if you want to support the channel, please make sure to leave a like and also subscribe. And also, if you do end up enjoying the video, also make sure to do these two things, as it will help me know whether this can be a successful series here on the channel or not, and whether you guys actually enjoy this content or not. Jumping right into our very first fact, it's going to be related to the Mayor Jerry, who recently came at the time of me recording this video. The Mayor Jerry states that you can get Jerry boxes from mining. However, this does not actually work on mining mithril or titanium. These will not spawn Jerrys, so if you're going to be mining for extensive amounts of time but still want Jerrys, you're going to have to be mining stone, which means that you should find a decent location where you can mine, and every 6 or 7 minutes you would stop and just mine a bunch of stone to spawn a Jerry. This will be the best way, especially when Cole is the mayor for 6 hours as Mayor Circulate during Jerry, and he has his mining fiesta. You should take advantage of the mining fiesta, but you should also still take advantage of the Jerrys that give you a lot of money from the Jerry boxes, so you should go and mine stone. Fact number 2 on this video is going to simply be a very useful tip to do when you're just starting off in the deep caverns. When you go to the lift operator, he will show you all of these options for different areas in the deep caverns, including the dwarven mines afterwards. But these options have to be unlocked by exploring the deep caverns and slowly getting deeper and deeper. This can sometimes take a long time and maybe even up to several hours to explore, especially if you are dying to the mobs. However, an incredibly simple way to unlock every single location is to simply go to the edge of the island. This is a pretty good spot, and jumping off the edge. This will allow you to unlock every single area because you're going to the depth level of the different areas. So if you're starting off on a new account and want to skip, for example, straight to the obsidian sanctuary to get those diamond blocks, then it's a great option to simply jump off the edge. Make sure to store your coins first, and then you can directly go to every single location apart from the dwarven mines. Moving on to our next fun fact, we are going to be here at the experimentation table. If you know and have every single experiment unlocked, you may know that you are able to play all these experiments, but the last one can give you up to 3 extra clicks on your main super pair experiment. However, you can actually do this one if you don't have this one unlocked and get to 9 pairs and still get these 3 clicks. Allow me to demonstrate to make this more clear. So here I am at the last pair here, and if you want to know what solver I use, this is the Sky Till solver, I believe, that I use for experiments. And as you can see here, I did 9 on the Transcendent experiment instead of the final experiment, and when I click escape and end it here, I'm still going to get plus 3 super pair clicks instead of the plus 2 that they say here. So you see here, I just did Transcendent, and just to show you guys, Transcendent is the second one and claims to only give you 2 clicks, while Metaphysical gives you 3. But if you get 9 on Transcendent, you can still get all 3 clicks. The same will apply, of course, to the other side and to the other experiments. And our next fact here also involves the experimentation table, and this time it's with the super pair. This is a pretty well-known fact for all people who actively do super pairs. You may not know that going past the more advanced ones is usually better because you have a higher chance of T6 and T7 enchants, but the final experiment actually also doubles your special clicks, your add-on clicks that you get from these mini games. So if you get a lot of extra clicks from these mini games, it's almost always the best idea to go for the metaphysical enchantment, especially with the fact that if you have max alchemy and max enchanting, you don't need max but close to max, and you throw one Titanic, it's exactly the 350 levels necessary to do this experiment. And this one will double your add-on clicks, which is incredibly powerful. And our next fact here will take us to the lobby of the catacombs, where we're going to be talking about a little bit of Dungeons history. When Dungeons first came out, we were supposed to get 10 floors, and now the admins changed it to 7, but we were supposed to get 10 floors, where floor 7 was going to be Maxor's floor, floor 8 was supposed to be Goldor's floor, floor 9 was supposed to be Storm's floor, and floor 10 was supposed to be Necron's floor. This is really cool in my opinion, but of course I think it was too many floors and of course too much power scaling, because if floor 7 was as difficult as Necron is right now, how hard would floor 10 be, right? So of course the admins decided to not make that in the end, and that is essentially where the armor sets come from. Storm, Goldor, Maxor, they were here originally because of the fact that these bosses were here, and all that remains of these boss fights is the fish. So if you don't know what I mean, each boss actually has a fish, which is kind of weird for me, but Maxor, the fish right here, for example, is Maxor the fish, and it says Dynamite Fishing is my favorite. There's Storm the fish and Goldor the fish, and I believe these might be hints to what they were supposed to do. And for Storm, it says, be glad you'll never have to face me, which I think is kind of sad, honestly. You never have to face the Storm boss. And then there's, of course, there's a Goldor the fish here. Two things that I don't know, it might be a hint to what the boss fight originally was supposed to be. The most obvious one being, of course, Maxor talking about dynamite fishing. I'm not sure what that would mean, but it would probably be a feature in his boss fight. Yeah, that was just a pretty interesting fact that I think a lot of people do know, but I still find it really cool. For our next fun fact, we are going to be in the Crystal Hollows. And here, as you can see in the Crystal Hollows, there's actually an area like this. And if it seems familiar to you, that's because it is actually a replica of the deep caverns. The most interesting thing for me here though is when you go down these floors, you can actually visit different levels of the deep caverns. As you can see here, we have the Pigman's Den. And if you go up here, we would have the Lapis Curve, the Lapis Zombies. I went a bit too high here. Right here, and the actual mobs are actually here. So we got like Lapis Zombies here, we got the Redstone Pigmen, and then we can go down here, we got slime, we got the Emerald area with the slimes and everything like that. It's really cool how they did it, and how they even have like here, this is going to be the I believe this would be Obsidian Sanctuary because there's diamond blocks and everything. It's a really cool system. It's a really cool detail they added as a reference to the deep caverns. And I don't know if they're going to play on that in the future. And they even went to the extent of adding actually the Dwarven Mines at the end here. You can see these are Dwarven Mine style mithril veins at the very bottom of this mine shaft. Our next fact resides also in the Crystal Hollows and comes after talking to King Yulkar and giving him the 3 goblin eggs that complete his quest. And he gives you the King's Stench so you can go to the Queen's Castle. Here, as you can see now, we have the King's Stench as in the particles, but one very interesting thing that can be done is that you can actually wash off the King's Stench with water. So before it runs out, let me go and find a water source, and I'll cut to when I find one. Alright, and we have now finally found the most interesting water source here. As you can see, I still have the King's Scent, and if you go and walk into water while having the scent, it says that the foul stench has been dissipated. This actually gives you an achievement if you did it for the first time, so you definitely should go for that for the achievement points. But this dissipates the foul stench scent, and pretty much makes you lose that, so you have to redo the quest. But I think it's a very interesting feature that they added, essentially where you go into water, you lose the foul stench. Moving on here to the next fact on our list, we are actually looking at a fact that is actually quite practical and useful. This is related to potion effects. As you can see here, I have 31 active potion effects because of my god pot, but you can only check them and you can do nothing about them. So what if you didn't want jump boost or you didn't want those absorption hearts? Then you can actually go on booster cookie and you can go on toggle potion effects here, and you're actually able to enable and disable these effects here. So for example, if I go and find my jump boost, I can find a jump boost, I can actually toggle and disable it so my jumps become normal jumps. If a lot of people don't like the jump boost, then that's something you can do. As you can see, I can instantly go toggle it back and I get my jump boost back. This also brings us to our next fact, which is also related to these toggling potions, and it's that the God Pot actually gives you King's Scent. This is really interesting to me because it just shows that essentially the God Pot is giving you every single potion ability, but of course this King's Stench doesn't actually work, and you won't be able to use it when you are doing the quest, and you will still be needed to do the actual quest with the king and get the King's Stench. And moving on to our 10th and final fact for this video, it is going to be about the Star Cult, or Cult of the Fallen Star. So a lot of you may know about this little event that happens on the 7th, 14th, 21st, and 28th of each month in Skyblock time, and you can go there between 12 and 3 a.m. in order to go see these people. The first time you go, they're going to be giving you a Fallen Star helmet, but afterwards, what a lot of people don't know is that you can always come back and talk to them again, and they will give you 200 Starfall. This is actually a pretty decent amount of money here, 35,000 coins. It's not an immense amount, but it's definitely good for early game, as it only takes you like less than a minute to come talk to them and get your Starfall. But overall guys, I hope you did enjoy this video about going over some random and very interesting facts about Hypixel Skyblock. If you did end up enjoying this style of video and wanted it to become a series here on the channel, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe, so I know that this series is actually something you guys want. Of course, as well, make sure to join my Discord server, and also make sure to comment any possible fun fact ideas in the comment section below, as there's a good chance that I'll include them in my next video if this becomes a series. But that's pretty much it guys. I also wanted to thank Darkstrike3, a member of my Discord server, who helped me come up with a lot of these facts. And if you want to also be mentioned in the next video, if this becomes a series once again, which I'm very hopeful for, then make sure to comment down below any possible facts or to post them on my Discord server. That's pretty much it. Enough rambling. I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for all of the recent support on the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.